Enjoy the show. Drive on Lugnutz.
All checkered flags are a go for the 278th Perjangers and Wallhangers Media Network presentation. Welcome to Lugnutz. Wrong one.
Welcome, gearheads. This week we got a great show. Ford GT news. Chevy's woes in many, many ways. FedEx gets electric. Toyota's new 15 new cars. Audi wants to have a conversation about automotives. And electric networking.
Play on Perjangers. Drive on Lugnutz.
Right on over here to PJAndDWH.com, where you're going to find all the crazy moments up top, like our last week's Lugnutz podcast, Pixar-style Buick concept with Peugeot food truck. And, of course, you will find this very jolly Santa, an early Kris Kringle, if you will, right over here at Wallhanger Gaming Monday to Friday from 3 to 5-ish when time permits.
What the hell?
Technology being one of them.
I hate technology. That's why I work with people.
Yeah. So people can also
special people
can contact us. If you have a Luggy and Nutty ride, maybe you have a podcast that you want us to be a guest on, have a cross podcast, you know. We do a lot of stuff through this page. Contact the team right here. Like our first story.
This week, Ford GT has a special edition. This week, we got Monterey Car Week coming up. They have a special Heritage Edition. I think this is the only photo we really got working for us.
Okay.
Or there might be one more below. But it's a Ford GT you all know and love.
Yeah, right there.
This one honors the 1964 prototype. That one is the next Heritage Edition, which is the Alan Mann Edition, honoring England racing Alan Mann. Alan Mann is known for
Christmas on the Block?
that as well. Monte Carlo Racing, Tour de France Automobile, and notably the Ford GT40 Mark II.
So wait, that's the same guy?
Yeah.
No shit. Race car driver turned musician? I mean, that's not, I don't know why I found that so unbelievable, but that's awesome. I love Christmas on the Block. It's my favorite holiday.
Well, Carroll Shelby died, and I suppose they have to find someone. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't mean to put it that way, but like, you know, before that, we never would have heard about Alan Mann. I mean, if you haven't looked up the Alan Mann Racing, they have a fantastic, I'm not about to read the whole article to you. But if you want to go over to Autoblog and read it, they have a lot of the nitty-gritty bits about what they did all in the project. And it's really impressive as the microphone attacks me. Yeah. Now I know why it's so hard to unscrew this microphone.
Yeah. So that is obviously a nice nod, man. The guy getting highlighted, and the Ford GT is always a fucking fantastic
Well, most
car.
likely the Ford GT will have that 3.5-liter twin-turbo EcoBoost V6 with 660 horsepower and 550 foot-pounds of torque.
As long as it's outside of California.
Right. But get them while they last, because we're reaching the end of production, so special editions like this is the only thing you're going to get. They only have 1,350 units left. Get them before they're gone.
Flying off the shelves.
Next couple of years, they'll probably be gone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But it'll always live on in our hearts, like this next story.
Yeah.
Give it a minute. It's GM Authority. In
In
this next story, we have tragedy. Damaged beyond repair, Corvette Stingray C8 were damaged beyond repair in the tornadoes, and they must be scrapped. Dealers will have to resubmit their orders, but fortunately, any special orders were not affected by the tragedy.
Well, I mean, at least the special orders are fine, because that'd be a bitch, man. You fucking... I mean, obviously, you didn't save up for that. You had this in mind, and you got a nice special order Corvette, and you're like, oh, at least there's one good thing.
Yeah, they probably put those...
Yeah, tuck them away.
Tuck them away in a building or something. But we have exciting news with this next one. We're trying to space out the Chevy demise this week. There's a lot of bad news over there. But we have good news here with FedEx. FedEx has a brand new electric vehicle that they've just received. They have 500 of them. It's the EV600.
That's very handy. Anyway.
This is FedEx's new electric vehicle, the EV600. It is the first of 5. They will be getting 500 trucks. But they plan to go all electric by 2040.
Okay.
It is all-wheel drive, 600 cubic feet of cargo space, 250-mile range.
I mean, it looks British, but it still just looks like a FedEx truck.
It's pretty good for
nice.
a delivery truck, 250 miles, especially got a boatload of packages in the back.
Yeah. I mean,
I assume that's what they
hybrid
tested it with.
Obviously, it's awesome. So it's, it's one of those things.
It has a security system, auto-locking doors, motion-activated light interior. UPS ordered 10,000 electric trucks from the UK-based Arrival Ltd.
Okay.
And Amazon, meanwhile, ordered 100,000 Ryvan trucks. Amazon owns Ryvan. A stake in Ryvan. I mean, I don't know the whole thing, but...
No, Rivian?
Ryvan?
Rivian? I don't know.
Ryvan.
Let's go walk.
Ryvan?
Ryvan?
Y'all know who I'm talking about, your motorheads. We talk about them all the time.
Yeah.
Let's go back to... Let's go
back
to the
to
next
something
story.
we know.
Let's go to something we know, the demise of Chevy again.
Oh.
So
I got one for that.
Speaking of the Chevy Corvette Stingray, they've got a bit of trans problems.
Okay.
Their 8-speed dual clutch has a bit of an issue. They've been getting error messages that say help. I might be paraphrasing a bit. They don't know what's wrong.
There's somebody trapped in the car's computer.
No, it's the computer. You should park and ask for help. I don't know what's wrong. So they think the issue was debris on the park position sensor magnet. They tried that by taking it and draining the fluids and putting them in a bag and like wiping it, I guess, or whatever.
No, those sensors do wacky shit, man.
You do. But they tried changing the filter. That didn't work. The new idea is the 2020 model for the oil pan had 13 bolts.
Okay.
2021 has 17 bolts and no reinforcement plate. They think that's the problem. They don't know how.
All right.
They're working on it.
Too much tension or something?
They're working on it so you don't get to drive your Corvette. It's just, look, that's just miles you would put on it where it would be, it's now worth more. I mean, if they ever fix it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's not a good week for Chevy.
It's a shame, yeah.
It is a shame. You know what's not a shame? A safety future with this next story.
That was a good segue.
I know. Roads. We got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Honda has an idea for safer roads, and they want to talk about it.
Okay.
Here's their plan up in front. Let's just, leave it at this. This is a perfect place right here.
Yeah.
Honda plans to make roads safer with GPS and cameras on the front of the car. The roads will monitor the lane lines and road conditions and send it back to the provider. I assume the state. They use the provider in the for analysis and repair. They have multiple different colors for really good lines, bad lines in need of repair, and the camera captures what's on the road.
I mean, that'd be helpful if it gets back to the state, because then you can at least, see what the conditions of the roads
Yeah,
are.
normally
You know
you'd
where
have
to
to-
send them.
Normally, if you're going to fix a road, you'd have to order a road truck or
Uh-huh.
get a surveyor to go down there and
This
survey.
is some
and
next level
tell you
shit.
where it is on the globe. It's just a camera and a GPS because everything's accurate, so they can tell. Except in Australia, because Australia moves so rapidly, it drifts and spins down there so much that the roads are
The world's shithole just spinning around with everything trying to kill you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
You sound nice. You're really far away.
That's why they have to be polite, because everything wants to kill them.
I think they're just nice people.
Yes.
Just like this next story. A bunch of nice people. Let's keep it on this. We've heard about some of these. Here's Toyota's. I was right. Pause for the ad.
Yeah. Yeah, you donked it, man. You donked it.
Here we are. Toyota released all 15 new electric vehicles. 15 new ones that we haven't seen before. So there's an orange one above Kelly's head there.
Yeah.
That one. There's rumors about that one. We'll get to it in a bit.
Haven't we seen this one, the green one?
I think we have seen it. That one. There's
That
an
looks like the
RF.
Volvo.
If you were at the what did I say they showed these at? I didn't say it yet. Wherever they showed these, they have an RFID on that one that leads you to information. Yeah, the green one.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It includes sedans, crossovers, SUVs, sports cars, and a very large bus thing.
Yeah, that reminds me of like the longer one that Volvo did like I think 2 weeks ago. But they just kind of went, meh.
It looks like that, but shorter. Yeah, just as ugly.
They just kind of crammed it in together. Like, no, this is different. It's smaller. See?
Just as ugly. Where is it? It's up
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. That one right there, just above your head, doesn't look bad. The sedan right here.
Now, they say this is 30 new vehicles by 2030. In fact, Toyota says we can get it done by 2025.
I don't doubt them. It's Toyota.
Toyota says electric vehicles are diversifying its lineup. It will not give up making combustion engines or hydrogen vehicles. That makes me feel good.
It does.
Toyota president said they are aiming for a power consumption of 125 watts per kilometer, which would be the highest in the class of SUVs, compact
shit.
SUV class. They're going the distance.
They're going for wattage.
Yes, they're going all the way, and that orange one is rumored to be the new MR2.
I like
That was another story. There wasn't a lot of words other than that.
Ooh, I like that for the
It
MR2.
could be the new MR2.
Ooh.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah. A little golden nugget in a
That'd be
sea of
fantastic.
kind of, yeah, you're all right. I mean, the
Please
truck
don't
looks
fuck
kind of
it up.
The truck looks kind of cool over here, hiding in the corner.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I mean, the blue thing and the green thing, like, you're going for futuristic look. I get it. It's not my bag, but it's somebody else thinks it's cute or some shit.
That one next to the red one, the front line seemed like that's what we're going to see the most. And then the back ones.
That looks like a Corolla kind of idea for
a
them.
little bit.
To where
The one on the right kind of reminds me of a Civic, the front row.
front
All the
row.
way,
Oh,
the
right
other
here.
way.
Yeah.
The other way.
Oh,
All on the end.
that one. Yeah.
Kind of
yeah,
reminds me
yeah.
of a Civic. Simplified Civic.
Which one's the Camry? You think that one?
I don't know.
It's a full size sedan. Well, no.
No,
that would be more
Camry.
Camry.
And then the one in the center is
The Yaris.
No, all right, that might be a Yaris. That's the Camry SUV, and that's whatever the other car. And that's
Corolla. And that's
what is
their,
their
oh fuck.
Tundra? Tundra.
Tundra's up there, yeah. And then
And they have the all the other ones.
They got. I forget most of the line, but yeah, they do have really solid cars. I think that
Solid
is an
cars,
interesting looking future.
30 new cars. That's a lot of
It
cars.
is a lot of cars.
That's a lot of cars.
It's a lot of
And
designing.
we can get excited because I'll be looking for that MR2 news.
Oh, absolutely! I can't wait to get a better look at that MR2. That looks great. What's Audi doing?
In this next story, Audi wants to talk about autonomous driving.
Okay.
Let's keep it here. Audi wants to talk about autonomous driving. They say this is a bigger problem than we're all realizing.
Yeah, no.
A
lot of people
they're
realize
saying
that.
we really need to talk about this. They released a new study with several points that I'd like us to talk about. The first point is that they're making is there is no uniform regulation from country to country.
Yeah.
With the evolution of technology, we have no idea. We need to know what to expect when we're on the road. We will be filled one day with self-driving cars and regular driving cars. We're going to have to know what to do. Because, like, let's take trains. There's no uniform train track size. Sometimes some countries are like, meh, ours are this big. And you've got to switch trains.
Yeah. A uniform spec.
Some people are like that.
Uniform spec makes sense.
It would be nice, but to get the whole globe to do it, that sounds really hard.
That's a tall order. That is a tall order to get the whole globe to do it. But thinking even just nationally, right? Let's think about it in a micro sense. You look at even our roads and systems, and you have a connected network train-wise, yes. But you look at the infrastructure, everything's different.
Infrastructure
State to
takes
state.
massive, like that other story.
Yeah.
Massive amounts to fix.
Yeah. And I think there's just a lot there when you're talking about self-driving.
And with new technology, not everybody feels safe at adopting it at the same rate. Some people dive right in and experience all the bugs. Some people see those bugs and immediately run away.
And that's the thing that my second point I wanted to drive on that one is safety. When you're looking at safety with autonomous driving, it has to be, like the first point, uniform, but they have to talk to each other. Every car, everything on the road, even trains, all that shit has to have a connected network. And there's got to be somebody making sure that it's not fucking up.
And there are several car companies that are working on cars communicating, but,
It's that fish swarm mentality. No more traffic. If every car talks to each other and you have the autonomous ones guiding the pack like the sheep herd.
Mm-hmm. Well, the next point they make has entered the legal system at some point is safety with the balance for morals. Self-driving cars kill someone. Who gets blamed? Well, there's three parties. There's the software. You can't really blame the ones and zeros, can you? Then, there's a company that made that software. We could blame them. But then there's the person that's in the car. They point out that they may just blame you and put it in the fine print. If you kill someone, that's your problem. You're supposed to be paying attention.
I mean,
and realistically,
in our world, that's probably going to be the solution. You signed for it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you signed for it. You're supposed to be paying attention, not texting.
Yeah.
You're going to jail.
I mean, honestly, we can have our fantasy bubble, but then there's reality, and that just washed right down there. You signed it. You signed the waiver. You're supposed to be paying attention. It's not perfect. Thank you.
Well, the world's not perfect. We don't live in the world of iRobot.
Yeah.
And they say all these cars will be generating a massive amount of data. We've all learned the value of data in
Data is an amazing character in Star Trek.
No, all these cars have
the
where you're going, when you're going there, what time, what's the traffic, were there potholes, what's your car doing? Did you have the air conditioning on? Really? You did?
I had
you left the window down. That's in there too. We want all this data.
I mean,
yummy, and we can profit off of it.
There's already stuff out there. Like I had an ex, I'll call her Bobette. She had an app on her phone. She's like, "Oh, install it." She knew where I was going, how fast I was going, like where I was. It was very kind of Big Brother dystopian, very creepy.
Yeah, Big Brother doesn't need to watch that closely. There's a lot of people in this country, and you're not interesting. If they want to watch me, I'm here most Sundays at about 7. Please tune
Watch
in.
his
You
loop.
can watch. I'd really love you to watch. PJANDWH.com.
Yeah.
Listen on Spotify.
Yeah.
Final point they point out is
right.
encryption. Back to Audi. Hacking. We may or may not have seen secret government programs hacking cars.
There was that whole
But
recall
I think
with
we're all
Jeep.
more worried about, regular people hacking cars and driving us into
There was
everything.
the show we watched that showed how easy it was. The guy had a fucking laptop out of Best Buy. He's like, boop, 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 boop. I'm driving. But that was, and then there was that recall with Jeep. They had a software update. They literally shipped a little USB, and people were like, what do I do with it? Like, plug it in the USB right there.
Yeah.
You better do it. I don't trust myself to plug something in. How
Well,
do you cook anything?
We should move on to the next story because you're never going to believe this story.
I probably won't because
There's
I
a class-
see the company. Okay.
There is a class action lawsuit
Yes.
for BMW.
They're
The
going
cup
around.
holder was not designed for cups that have liquid in them.
All right. I mean, that's a design flaw.
A new class action lawsuit filed Thursday in the U.S. District Court in Orange County alleges that BMW cup holders in the BMW X7 and possibly more BMWs have a flawed nature, as in the cup holder cannot get wet.
Giggity. Nobody likes a dry cup holder.
According to the company, the cup holders are defective and they're not properly designed for cups that have liquid. Why would you want liquid in your cup?
I mean, what did they think the purpose of a cup holder was? I mean, it's like that one weird car
Liquid?
on the recent
No. It
Grand
gets,
Tour where they have the radio and the cassette player right there where you can spill crumbs in
it
it.
gets better.
Okay.
Right underneath the cup holder, that's a really useful space right here. You know what they put?
Mm-hmm.
The SRS controls for the airbag. The wires are right there. So what they found was when it gets wet,
A lot of resistance.
randomly, if you spill something,
Uh-huh.
it will deploy
Wow.
at random.
That's
You just drive it along. That's a tasty beverage. Oh, I spilled a little. I got to look at the road. Ah! It's in my face. And all of a sudden, there it is. Oh, and it can cost $2,000 to repair.
Just imagine what the people have to watch. I'm staying away from those fucking cars. Look at her. She's got Starbucks. Get away.
Thousands will be joining this class action lawsuit.
One Perjanger has his hazards on, and then all of a sudden you see brake lights. Swerve!
Finally, I got finally, I got that Frappuccino. Ah, I hate these new lids. Oh no, I spilled it. Ah, my airbag. I'm on fire. Ah. So I don't know why they'd want a class action lawsuit. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I had an airbag not deploy and smack me in the face, I actually kind of corrected my teeth. But I also had the airbag deploy, and it just smacks you in the face. It kind of takes you for a second, like, oh shit.
Yeah, I've
that
been
would
in
I
crashes
would
as
I
well.
would think that's deserving of a class action lawsuit. Enjoy your 2 cents.
Thousands will be in on this class action lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
I imagine they're just gonna get the car fixed, and if the
Imagine
airbag went off in your face, I think you deserve something.
Angry BMW.
At least apologize.
Oh yeah.
Like an apology letter. That's gotta do something.
I'm sorry, that was just designed not to hold liquids. You release that in a press statement. You don't say that out loud to people.
No,
Excuse me?
this is the court. The government made them say it.
That is
You
so stupid.
have to.
That is so stupid. A lot of Mark
Oh.
Zuckerberg weird water sips.
Yeah.
Just like robot water sips. Like, that's just tough pill to swallow. Out of all the legal team, they said, this is our best one. I'm sorry, what? We didn't design them for liquid? Yeah, it's the best we got. Just play it. And that's how they did it.
That's almost unbelievable. That's almost too hard to believe, but you can look it up in the courts.
Yeah.
What you won't need to look up in the courts is Dodge. If you've always wanted a V8 Hemi in the new Challenger and Charger, well, I'm sorry, you cannot have one. They're ditching the Hemi. No more V8 Hemi. Rumor says that they're going to ditch the 5.7-liter Hemi V8 with the next generation Challenger. They're going to downsize it to an inline 6. They say the reason is tighter emission standards and costs. They're trying to reduce cost. So if you want to get that big V8 Hemi, get them while they last.
Yeah, inline 6. I mean, that makes sense for emissions. That's the way they went, but it's still a shame, man.
If they're gonna do a inline 6 for a while, and you're a collector, you probably want to collect one.
Yeah,
probably a rare color, something people don't normally.
I like that
get.
green. The green one right above my, the white one above my shoulder, above me here is okay, but that green one, oh my God, my arm.
Oh, your arm cut off.
Oh my God, what the hell happened? But no, the green one's not that bad. I like that color. I think that's pretty dope. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hero at time giving his consent to the car.
Yes.
It was a heartbreak. Yeah.
But in other news, Stellantis starts their first hydrogen vehicle.
In a van down by the river.
Stellantis claims the title of the first light commercial vehicle, LCV, powered by hydrogen and going on sale. 2 commercial models will be available from Opel and Citroen, powered by a 45 kilowatt fuel paired with a 10.5 kilowatt lithium-ion battery, offering a range of 248 miles.
You know what? I realized why hydrogen doesn't have a better rap. Their PR person's wrong because their correct PR person is dead because of cocaine. You know who it was? Mr. OxyClean himself. Billy Mays. He would have been the perfect spokesperson for hydrogen cars. Folks, it's powered with hydrogen. He would have a nice tagline and everything.
You know, I don't think hydrogen, we're never going to run out of it.
Yeah, no.
If we do, we've got a lot of other problems. But this one, you could get your Opel or whatever with 215 cubic feet of cargo space for a 2,200-pound payload.
That's not a bad space for a cargo van, man. Especially with the hydrogen shit they got going on. I'm really a big fan of it. It's, at least multinational,
And we explained last week how the hydrogen vehicles work.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's amazing.
Technology coming to your driveway soon.
Even the French are on board with hydrogen.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Who would have knew the French?
Yeah.
What's up with them? I don't know. They're French.
Enough said.
But
enough said.
What are the Germans doing? Well, I'll tell you what Volvo Group, Daimler Trucks, and Volkswagen AG heavy truck business. Yeah. Oh, and the Truckin Group. Well, they have a joint. They have a joint venture to operate high-performance public charging network for electric, heavy-duty, and long-haul trucking, also buses across Europe. They're going to do a little charging network.
Nice.
Especially that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Go across Europe with the power of electricity.
Tesla would be proud.
They will have 1,700 charging points close to highways and strategic destinations within 5 years.
I mean, that's a nice. I feel like that's an acceptable.
It's a nice
goal.
step in the right direction because you need to set up the infrastructure somehow. Someone's got to do it, and if you happen to have a Volvo, Daimler, or what are the other 27 names I've said truck, then and you have to have alliances to get this shit done because
man, truckers stick together. So you're giving them that
logistics
niche for electric truckers in the future. This is the future starting in front of us. Mm-hmm. It's going to be somebody's movie in the future. Electric truckers.
Electric trucking.
You could totally make that movie. Electric trucking, and it's just a bunch of electric truckers.
Well, they should electric truck right over to the website.
Boom.
PJANDWH.com. I want to hear from you. Check out all our videos. We'll see you Monday to Friday over at Wallhanger Gaming. Till then,
It doesn't matter if you're an electric trucker or you bought a Ford. Nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on! And if we don't go live, have a very merry and luggy and nutty Christmas, gang. Oh, I said Merry Christmas for you.
Link says Merry Christmas as well.
Yeah.
Would you believe when I go out with just the hat and the shirt, people stare? I don't know. I don't.
Multiversal Santa?
Nah. Just a white guy.
Play on Perjangers. Drive on Lugnutz.
We'll see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
Play on Perjangers. That was a good segue. Our Island Kelly.
Ivermectin. 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 Ivermectin.
Multiclonal antibodies?
Yeah. Gotta clear your throat how you can, you know?
It's always a good practice. Practice? Practice. 278 podcasts later. So I guess this is our annual Christmas cast.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, the Christmas cast.
Yeah, there might not be
2021.
am I on? Yeah, I can hear me. Hi, me. There might not be an episode next week, but let's see what the news is like. Something interesting as my microphone slowly attacks me.
But we want them to hit that subscribe button there. Like and comment below. Right above my head is the very best Perjangers and Wallhangers video for you. Right above Big Brother's head, well, that's all the merry and luggy and nutty podcast called Lugnutz. And, of course, as our main man Connor always says,
Drive on Lugnutz.
we'll see you next week, gang. Bye-bye.
Drive on Lugnutz.